So as you guys know, Toyota has long been known for having some of the best four-wheel drive systems known to man. And standing behind me is the all-new 2025 Toyota 4Runner TRD Off-Road Premium. Today we're going to put this thing in the roller test and we're going to see how it does. Now I know it has a part-time four-wheel drive system, so it's rear-wheel drive first, and then it engages the front wheels, and then it has a four-wheel drive system through the transfer case. But what I want to test is that my previous generation, 5th gen 4Runner, when I would put one wheel up in the rollers and it would have, you know, this test here, we have two wheels in rollers and two wheels on the ground. It can pull itself out of that through the traction control system in the rear without even having to engage for high. And then furthermore, we're also going to test the three-wheel test where we put it into a roller and one roller in the front wheel, two rollers on the rear wheels, and then we engage the transfer case to 4 high. And because when you engage it to 4 high, you still have open diffs in the front and the rear, sometimes you need to engage A-Track or one of those systems. We're gonna see how this thing does in that situation. So let's check it out. All right, so now that we've jumped inside this thing, it's worth noting that this is a TRD Off-Road Premium, so it doesn't have the full-time four-wheel drive system. But the reason that I want to test it is because my 4Runner, 5th gen, has a pretty good traction control system, even when it's just in rear-wheel drive mode. And when it gets one wheel stuck, it does an easy job pulling me off the roller test. So let's see if there's any difference in the new 2025 model year, because there has been some differences in this versus things like the GX, because that system we tested and you needed quite a bit more wheel spin to pull it off the rollers. And this system seems to be a little bit different. So we're going to try it out and see how it does. So here we go. All right, we're in two-wheel drive. Let's go. Let's get it neutral, get it settled in. Okay. We're in rear-wheel drive, and let's see how the traction control system does. Let's put it into drive now. We'll see how it does. All right, we're just rolling. My foot's not on the gas. This is just at idle. Nothing's happening. I'm not going to put it into four-wheel drive here because it shouldn't need it. It should be able to transfer power to the other side. So let's try it. All right, good. Traction locked up and got us off. Cool. Took a little bit more than the previous gen, but it got us off. Okay, that went pretty well, but now what we're going to do is we're going to step it up a notch. We're going to do the three-wheel roller test, where the rear traction system is not going to be able to get us off. So we're going to have to engage 4 high or possibly 4 low in MTS to get us off, and we will see how that does. So let's get into it. There's no A-Track button in here, I don't think, so it's going to be a little interesting to see how it does. Now, my previous Gen 4Runner, all I had to do was put it into 4 high on this test, and it pulled itself right off. So I'm comparing it, that's my benchmark, I'm comparing it to that. So let's get 4 high engaged here. And we're gonna back it up on the rollers. All right, let me check to make sure we're in. Yep, we're in. All right, I put it in the neutral to let it settle in a sec. All right, let's put it in drive. We're in 4 high, let's put it in drive. All right, we're spinning. See if the front traction gets us off. It's trying. All right, I'm gonna turn traction control off. Giving it a good amount of gas. It's spinning pretty good, but all right, I'm gonna turn traction control back on real quick, give it a little bit of a shot again. All right, it's back on. Oh, okay. With traction control on, it pulled us off. Nice. All right, so there you have it. With traction control on, all I had to do was put it into 4 high, which is impressive and good, and it very quietly pulled me off the rollers. Now, the previous A-Track system is much louder. That was actually a really nice experience. Wasn't really that hard to get it to go. You just had to give it a little bit of throttle, and it locked up in the front and pulled us off. So kudos to Toyota. If this review was helpful, if you like this, check out some of my other reviews. I have a full review on this. I have a review on the Land Cruiser. Check that out. So appreciate you stopping by the channel, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.